All right, here we go. Hey, hey.
Hey,
All right, I'm Brian,
and I'm Kristen.
and this is the Brian and Kristen podcast, episode 28, take two. Uh, we just were on here a minute ago, and then I got a phone call, and it made a big sound. And so I turned my phone off because I didn't want to get phone calls to interrupt the podcast. So I turned the phone off, but my phone was connected to the internet on my computer, and it shut down our whole podcast. And then uh, and my friend Nick Novicki was calling, our good friend, your friend as well, Kristen, and he was calling in, calling me. And then when I turned off the phone because it made a noise during the last podcast part, and then he sent me a text that said, "Oh, sorry, dude, that was a butt dial." So,
Okay.
so, so, so to those of you who were watching the 5 minutes of a blank screen right there, that was a
We can thank Nick.
yeah,
Nick in his butt.
yeah, Nick in his butt. Put that pocket, put that phone somewhere else. That's why where I've been putting my phone lately is in my socks. On my
In
when I
your
walk
socks.
in my sock, like in my leg,
Why?
on my leg.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, just like it doesn't bother you there. It's not like clogging up by your wallet, and it's not in your back pocket where it hurts your back and everything. So
Hmm.
I've been like putting it in my sock a lot. Put my socks up, pull my socks up, and put it there.
Now
So
that only works if you're in a place where you wear socks. Like I always wear flip-flops and not an option.
yeah, that's not an option there. So, but well, okay, well, we got our technology working now. I hope I don't get. It's weird. I never get any phone calls. Only people that ever call me is telemarketers. But when I do get a phone call, it would be while we're in the middle of a
It's
podcast.
all I'm surprised how many phone calls. I'm like, God, he always gets a phone call, but it only happens when we're on the podcast.
Yeah, exactly. So, where you at? What you doing?
Well, I'm in Florida, but I have kind of a fun update.
Cool.
Um, so I don't know. Did you ever see the movie The Secret?
Yes.
You did see that movie.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So I don't know if I'm not going to say who this person is yet, but I
Mhm.
got hired on to be a sales on the sales team of somebody that's in that movie, The Secret.
Cool.
Like, and this person's like of celebrity status, and so they had over, I think they had like 93 applicants, and just me and one other guy got hired. So I was the first person to be hired on this person's sales team.
Oh, love it. That's
Yeah.
great.
So I'm still gonna be flying because this is a part-time sales gig, but super exciting because he's launching a brand new program. So I get to be there, lots of interviews and everything. So I was in mock sales stuff and everything, and I made it on the team.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow. That's crazy.
yeah.
Yeah.
And oh, you want to know what's even crazier?
What's that?
Is that I wrote a letter to this person, an email to this person 8 years ago, wanting to like work for him. And so it's funny because this person teaches on like manifestation and getting the things that you want. So I actually manifested that, but it took 8 years. And I had totally forgotten. And I was like, when I saw the opportunity come out, I applied right away. And then I later remembered, I'm like, oh my gosh, I applied to I wanted to work for this person 8 years ago before there was even a position. I just wrote to see if I could do anything.
That is awesome.
Yeah. So I shared that story in the interview, of course, and they're like, "Wow, I mean, you did the thing that we teach."
That's great. Yeah. And it's so I just finished reading that book, Think and Grow Rich. And I
Hmm.
think that has a lot to do with The Secret. I think that they some of the stuff in that book, because in that book, Think and Grow Rich, he says there's a secret to this. You got to figure it out yourself. But really, the secret is writing down what you want, putting it in your wallet, and looking at it 2 or 3 times a day, which is similar to what they have in
Oh no, you froze again.
yeah. Oh, there's Ezel. Hey, what's up, buddy? And I'll be seeing you, buddy. We got on May 14th. That's Ezel from Springfield. Uh, he's at all of our shows, man. He keeps us
May
going.
14th.
Or sorry, February 14th. Yeah, sorry, February
Okay.
14th. I'm thinking it's May. Sorry, February 14th. Valentine's Day special. So
Okay.
um okay, that's cool, Kristen. I'm happy you got another man. I think you should have been born in Jamaica because you have a lot of jobs.
They have a lot of jobs in
Yeah,
Jamaica.
yeah, they're known for like having like 4 or
Oh.
5 jobs at once. Like,
Yeah, it keeps things interesting. I can't get bored with any of them, and
yeah,
they're all very interesting.
yeah, yeah. That's great. Well, cool.
Yeah.
I can't wait to hear more about this job and who it is. So,
Yeah. Yep.
yeah, that's cool. Well, I'm out in California, first time back in 4 years in Los
Wow. I
Angeles.
didn't realize it's been 4 years.
4 years. Yeah, 4 years. Because I left in 2020. It's 2024. So, I mean, maybe like
Yeah, I guess I didn't realize you hadn't gone back like at all for anything.
not since 2020. I mean, I went back for the one job after I had moved originally, still in 2020. But since then, I haven't been back.
Wow.
So, um, yeah. And so it's been kind of interesting because it's been almost surreal, you know, and just the way things are, and it definitely feels a lot different, and it doesn't have the jubiance. And I'm not the only person that said this. People that live here, it's not like as light and as fun as it used to be. There's like this kind of darkness over the city still.
Mm.
It's kind of weird.
That's
So
crazy.
but it's better than it was in 2020, of course. But so yeah, so I'm here tomorrow, which will be Tuesday. There's a show at Yamashiro in Hollywood. So I don't know if anybody that's from LA is watching, but that's like can't wait. It's like the number one show outside of the comedy clubs. Everybody in Hollywood's talking about this show.
Are
So
you going to be performing
I'm
there?
performing in it. Yeah.
Oh, wow, that's cool.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's the Jay Davis show. And Jay Davis has always had the best comedy shows.
That's right. Okay. Well, that's super cool.
Yeah, so that's super cool. And then Nick Novicki and I just did that gig in Long Beach, which was a blast. And some guy bought it was a corporate show. Guy bought all my T-shirts from me that I had with me and my hats.
No way.
Yeah, one dude bought them all.
What was he going to do with them?
He was giving them to all of his coworkers because it was like kind of a work thing. So he just was like, I think he was a little tipsy, but like he said, "Can you give me a deal?" I said, "Yeah."
The sale is a sale.
Yeah, I said, "Well, I'll give you a free T-shirt if you buy," because it was 7 shirts. So I said, "Yeah, I'll throw one in for free, and I'll sell the hats for half price." Which is, like, I was happy because I don't have to carry them all back with me.
Yeah, really. I mean, you made money just by not having to pay the bag fee. Of course, if you flew Southwest, it would be free, but
Yes, I got to start flying. I was on Spirit, so they charge you an extra $35 for your bag.
They just charge you for a seat.
Yeah, they charge you just for breath.
Exactly. Don't ask for water on there.
Yeah. So, and then we got another big thing to talk about. Our mom just had her birthday.
Yes, last week. Yeah, last week.
Yeah, last week. So, you got any good mom stories?
Yeah. So, and I was thinking about this because I thought it would be, well, it's kind of funny in a way, like she'll probably kill us for doing an episode on her, actually, now that I think about it. But
I've been trying to get her to come on, but
I know. Yeah, that but
she's a diva.
I don't think she would agree with that, but
yeah.
if she were a diva, she'd want to be on the spotlight, right?
Oh yeah,
like,
that's
I don't
true.
want to be on camera.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think, well, part of all my jobs and things and being willing to try stuff, I think that part of that comes from that she put us in so many different activities growing up, and to try things. And if things didn't work, it didn't matter. It wasn't like, and I've learned that I think more recently is talking to people where their parents didn't put them in things or weren't encouraged to try different things, and how fortunate we were to get to do so much.
Yeah, she definitely had us in a bunch of activities, always doing some kind of activities, which was good because it made us try different things growing up. And she told somebody the other day, I didn't know this, that she wanted us to live in the country so that it would be harder, so she could have a better eye on us, so it'd be harder for us to run around with kids in town that could get us in trouble.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I thought that was a good strategy. I was like, "Oh, that's a pretty good strategy," because it's true. Like where we live, there's only a few kids. Like you know who everybody is in town. You can like get in with you never know. So
Yeah, I didn't know that.
yeah, Yeah, I'd say that mom is definitely a type of person who tells you to go for your dreams, even if it's delusional. Like when I moved to California, so
Yeah, but look at how, like, look at what you have, like, you actually found something that you enjoy doing. Like, you would
yeah,
never have
that's
known
true.
you could be a comedian. Would you have ever discovered you could be a comedian in Covington? I don't think so.
I didn't know it was. I didn't even know it was a real. I mean, I had seen George Carlin on television doing comedy, and of course Johnny Carson from being at Mrs. M's house, but I didn't know it was. It didn't occur to me that anybody could get into it. Just like regular people could do it. You know,
Yeah,
it's,
I think that, like, I think about that, right? Because you wouldn't have known regular people can do that. And I also think about when I did all the pageants trying to compete for Miss Ohio to go to Miss America, I
yeah,
didn't think regular people did that. I was like, normal people don't do that.
yeah. And for the
So,
audience, you were only 1 point away, right, from going to Miss
well,
America.
I don't even know if it was a point, but yeah, I was first runner up. So I was like one person away from being at Miss America. Like, how, and
Mm.
again, like, how often did I watch that on television and think that those weren't like real, like normal people didn't do that. So yeah, I got to do that. And it was, I mean, that was really something.
Yeah, I still wish you would have gotten. That would have been a fun trip.
You and me both. I mean, yeah, I wish I would have too, but I appreciate that.
That would have been a memorable trip.
It would have been cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. But did you know, I don't know, did you know that I went to that pageant that was like just for all the first runners up of all the states?
I didn't know
Did you
that.
know that? It was like the losers pageant essentially, everybody that
Right? The
lost.
losers? That's the
No, it was actually pretty cool that we actually had an opportunity to compete against all the other different states as the first runner ups. But yeah.
oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So
And how'd that one
anyway,
go?
uh I don't, obviously I didn't win. I can't
Yeah.
remember.
Okay, still, that's pretty
But
cool.
it was fun. Yeah. So anyway, totally got off topic there. But yes,
Mm.
I think that like my Miss Ohio opportunity is something that, mom definitely encouraged me to do. And I learned so much from that in so many different ways. So it's like those things that like I wouldn't have had the experience otherwise had she not had us do all the things.
Yeah. She always says, "Try stuff. Try stuff, see how it goes." And then, of course, mom's great with the dogs, you know? Except
Yeah.
remember when Blue bit her in the butt when we were
Oh
kids?
yeah. I forgot about that.
Our dog Blue, she was playing rough with us in the pool, and he's a collie, he's protective of the kids, and he kinda nipped at her butt a little bit, bit her butt a little bit, I remember. Remember that?
Yeah,
And
now I
we
do. You have such, yeah,
yeah.
you have such memories from when we were kids. I can't remember anything.
So he was a good dog, but yeah, now she's yeah, all the animals, because I think she wishes she had a big barn or something to adopt all the animals that are mistreated.
Yeah. Here's another
Yeah.
thing too. I mean, yes, with all the animals, all of that, I just realized too is like her work ethic, didn't miss
Oh,
a day of work during COVID.
she had to pay my rent.
Yeah, I know. Because you don't
Yeah,
have a real job because you went to California. Look how that backfired on her.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I had to move home. Mom, I'm coming home. Can't quit. I'm not essential. You're essential.
Yeah. Mm.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, she works every day. She's up at, I mean, she works at least 8 hours a day. She's up at 5 a.m. She doesn't go to bed till like 10 p.m., 11 p.m.
And
Yeah. It's crazy how
did
hard she
you
works.
did you know this story? I didn't know this. I learned this the other day. Is that you know why she decided to become a financial advisor and a lawyer?
I did not know. Uh-uh.
Because when she quit being a reading consultant because she wanted to be around because you had been born, she, you know, Uncle Bob said, well, maybe you should be a financial advisor. And dad said, maybe you should be an attorney. And so she couldn't decide. So she did both.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, she didn't pick. I mean, she didn't choose one or the other. She decided to do both. And then she had, for people that don't know, Brian was like I don't know, were you like a year old when she went to law school and she was pregnant
Yeah.
with me and she had to stand and take all the exams? Like, so
Yeah.
technically I've been to law school twice, if anybody cares.
Yeah. Yeah. So she was right. That's true. And
But
back
isn't
then
that
it wasn't
crazy?
like there was that many, yeah, and there wasn't many ladies doing that, like
No.
now. Yeah, so we're bragging up on her because she works so hard on it. That's pretty cool. Because both those jobs in themselves are difficult. A
Yeah.
lawyer and a financial planner. She does them both. So maybe that's why you got so many jobs.
I came to that
You know?
realization. I think that I was like, yeah, part of it. It's like, well, you do what you want to do. Doesn't mean you have to pick one thing.
Yeah, and maybe that's why I don't have as many jobs because I feel like everybody else is making up for me. So
Perfect. As long as somebody's benefiting from it, that's all we care about.
yeah. Well, that's good. Well, cool. Well, this is episode 28, and it was a good one. Next week we'll be back on what all happened out here. I'm taking some videos and stuff, and happy belated birthday to our mom. And yeah, I guess that's it. From anything else, Kristen?
No, that's it.
All right. So yes, Tuesday I'll be in Hollywood Yamashiro, and Wednesday I'll be at the Brea Improv. So
All
with
right.
Darren Carter. Yep. So cool. All right, Kristen. Thank you for joining
All
me.
right.
I'll see you on the next one.
All right. Bye.